Yeah, I didn't know that you were on the outs with
Kelsey.
I wasn't. You know what? Sorry, how far do I want to go? I wasn't.
Go all the way.
No. But I wasn't on the outs.
Kelsey Grammer we're talking about.
I know.
Frasier.
Okay, so.
No, I'm telling the listeners.
Oh, yeah. Kelsey, yes. We had this conversation on air in our podcast, on whatever, and.
Name your podcast.
On the podcast, where everybody knows your name. And
Brilliant.
With Woody Harrelson.
Yes.
Parentheses, sometimes, because he's a whimsical fella who's all over the world acting. So when he shows up.
And he's high a lot, too.
No, not when he works. When he's not working, yes, he enjoys his marijuana. But no, never. I thought that, too. When we thought about doing our podcast together, I couldn't keep up with him.
Right.
I can't be stoned and work.
He's like a better-looking Willie Nelson.
He's amazing.
Yes.
Somebody called him a redneck hippie, and that's kind of Woody. He's a redneck hippie. He's a combination of, he's a bunch of contradictions. He used to, the young Woody would get into a bar fight and have his car hijacked all in the same night. And you'd go, oh, okay, he's that guy. And then he would say, and here's some poetry I've written, and will you come to the play that I wrote and produced and I'm acting in? He's this bundle of contradictions, which is why I love him. He takes a huge bite out of life where I'm kind of very careful and cautious and, linear and boring.
I don't think you're boring. So finish the Kelsey Grammer story.
Okay, Kelsey, all of this Kelsey has written books about and talked about and in the press about, so I'm not revealing anything, but he was under the influence of alcohol and drugs during some of the years of shooting.
Cheers.
Yes, and he's been sober for a huge amount of years, so it's,
in the past.
In the past. This is all in the past, a long time ago. And at one point, and we had an intervention, and we did lots of things. And
were you part of his intervention?
Uh-huh. And finally, the whole cast was, and writers and directors and everybody. And finally, I went up to his dressing room, and I said, I've told you how much I love you. Da-da-da-da-da. But I have not told you how fucking pissed off I am at you. I'm so angry at you. And I felt the need to say that to be real or whatever. And he took it well and all of that. But it was a moment. And then life went on. It was towards the end of the run of Cheers. And I saw him here or there, but very rarely. And it felt like probably because I hadn't completed that moment. And I had walked away without it being really complete. So maybe that's why I didn't reach out to him or whatever. I don't know. So it was very simple. In our podcast, it was a very simple conversation, but it got blown up by the press to.
But did he two people always have a different experience? So his interpretation after that was it his interpretation the fact that you were avoiding him, and you, from what I read and listened to, that you haven't talked in 30 years.
No, but we have a little bit, but not a lot. But I think what happened to me was in the room talking to him, it was like, oh my God, I'm really having the best time talking to you. And Woody was there, and we were all three of us talking, and it was so much fun to be around Kelsey that I went, oh shoot, I've wasted these 30 years of no Kelsey, and why was that? Was it because of that? So anyway, I felt like I needed to apologize for not reaching out to him because this is so much fun to be with you now. So it really wasn't like I was saying, boy, was I pissed at you and I held a grudge and all of that. That's not what happened. It really was, I'm having so much fun. I wish I hadn't let these years go by without reaching out.
So then is there any truth to the fact that they may bring back Frasier and you're going to be part of that?
I don't know about the bring back Frasier part. He asked me several times over the years to be part of it, and I didn't, not because I was angry at Kelsey or anything, mostly because I didn't know how the fuck do you play Sam Malone in his 60s or now 70s? It's amusing to be an aging adolescent when you're in your 30s, 40s, but not when you're in your 70s. So I thought, I don't know how to do that, and it wouldn't be the Cheers writers, and it wouldn't probably wouldn't have been, maybe it would have been Jimmy Burrows, the director. So I would have felt like at sea, I wouldn't know how to do it. That's why I said
so
no.
You said no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The no part is not written. There's, I think that in press, when you look it up, that there seems to be a.
Oh no, then there was that was over the years, and then recently in the last year, I did say absolutely, ask me and I will come do it because I felt like not only owed it to him, but I wanted to.
So you know that he relaunched Frasier. It got canceled, I think, after 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And now what I've been reading is there's a possibility of it coming back with you.
I don't know that.
You don't know.
If it came back and he asked me to do an episode or something? Yeah, I would. If it.
But not as a
looked
regular.
Smart,
you can't do a regular. You have a series.
No, and here's another reason why I would do an episode of anything, but a half hour scares the crap out of me.
No.
Yes.
That's your
jokes.
milieu.
No, yes, but the 3-camera live audience has not been my milieu for many years. I much prefer now comedy that is character based and not 3 jokes per page, which is what half hour comedy by definition is. And I couldn't do that anymore. If I see a joke line, if it's a reversal joke or a da-da-da-da joke or a rhythm joke or something, I go, oh, I'm so sorry. This scares the crap out of me. Can we do it differently?
Really?
I don't know why. Maybe.
That made your whole career.
I know. It just scares me now.
Wow.
Yeah.